Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Mystification. In today's episode, we will be talking about 6 creatures that roam the state of Wisconsin. But before we get into that, if you like mystery and the unknown, well then you came to the right place because that is what I do. So if you like the content, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and with that, let's get into today's video. Number 1. The Beast of Bray Road. The Beast of Bray Road, also known as the Bray Road Beast and the Wisconsin Werewolf, is a purported humanoid wolf-like creature. The first reported sighting was in the 1980s and the 1990s in a rural community of Elkhorn, Walworth County, Wisconsin. People mainly reported that the beast would make contact with their vehicle, leaving huge scratches along their door. There also report that someone actually hit the beast with their car, and as soon as they got out, something with red evil eyes chased them back into their car. The beast is usually described as large, between 6 feet and 7 feet tall. There have been several investigations, and naysayers say that is just some wolves or a black bear that has been misidentified. All these reportings though eventually did lead to a local newspaper called the Walworth County Week to assign reporter Linda Godfrey to cover the story. Godfrey was at first skeptical of the Beast of Bray Road, but later she became convinced by how sincere her witnesses were that her article later got published into a book called The Beast of Bray Road. Number 2. The Phantom Chickens. You've probably heard, why did the chicken cross the road 1,000 times by now? Well, in a small town of Wisconsin called Seymour, if you travel down a road called Chicken Alley, you may just see some chickens crossing the road. However, these chickens are not normal chickens because they are all dead. The report is if you are driving down the road, a chicken will run out in front of you, making it look like you hit the chicken. But when you get out of your car and check, there will be not a single chicken there. Not only that, but supposedly if you stand in the middle of the intersection on Chicken Alley, a voice will yell at you to get out of the road. There have not been too many investigations done there, but one investigation done by Jennifer N. and her husband came up with some really interesting photos. In the photos, you will see what appears to be orbs. Check them out for yourself. Number 3. The Witch of Witch Road. The next story takes place in a city where if you go 1 mile over the speed limit, be prepared to be pulled over. This town is known as Rosendale with a population of about 1,052. You wouldn't expect anything strange to happen here. Well, that's not the case. According to legend, there was an isolated woman who lived down Allen Road, also known as Witch Road, about 7 years ago. If you would go by the house, you could hear ominous chanting. This chanting led to a bunch of rumor mill that the woman participated in witchcraft. Not only is there a witch, but supposedly you can see a ghost of a little girl in the woods. If you were to travel down Witch Road, here are a few things that you could expect. Certain parts of the road being unusually dark and cold. After dark, the sound of trickling water can be heard. The witch's house can still be seen in the woods. Flashing lights at the end of the road, white lights being in the trees. Number 4. The Pale Vampire of Graceland Cemetery. Did you know that Wisconsin has its own vampire? The next story takes place in a city called Mineral Point. This vampire was first spotted in the 1980s in a cemetery called Graceland. An officer was doing his duty when he spotted a creature lurking around in the cemetery. The officer got out of his car and started to chase after the creature, but before he got to the creature already scaled the fence and vanished. The second sighting was in 2004, 23 years after the first sighting. According to witnesses, the creepy looking man would attack people residing in a nearby apartment building, jumping them from a tall tree. The third and the final sighting so far came in 2008 when a man and his girlfriend were out fishing. A young couple were fishing in a remote location when they started hearing sounds but could not see anything. So they continued on fishing. All of a sudden they saw this strange creature crawling from underneath the jetty. Out of pure instinct, the couple got up and started running towards their vehicles as the creature pursued them. On the run back, the young man tried defending him and his girlfriend by throwing his flashlight at the creature. 5. Gnomes of Fifield. This next story takes place in a small town of Fifield. If you drive down the Holy Cross Road, you could possibly see the ghost of a young mother. This young mother was killed on the train tracks. Not only is there a ghost, but if you do get out of your car and throw a rock into the woods, the rock will get thrown back at you. This is because supposedly inside of the forest there are gnomes. These gnomes stand about 3 to 4 feet tall and wear cone hats. If you run into these gnomes, they ask that you leave candy or some kind of offering, otherwise the gnomes will curse you. Number 6. The Devil's Lake Monster. This next creature is located in a lake in Baraboo called Devil's Lake. When a lake has a name like that, you probably just should expect that there is going to be something living in that lake. The native Ho-Chunk tribe actually called it Spirit Lake. This is because voices of the dead could be heard when they were celebrating. According to the website Unknown Explorer, it was actually the Nakota tribe that first spotted the Devil's Lake Monster. One of the members of the Nakota noticed a fish stranded on a sandbar, but this was not any ordinary fish. This fish was huge and had a very long neck with a small head. This creature was stuck on the sandbar for a couple of days before wiggling its way back into the water. Alright, after hearing these, I'm definitely never going outside again. Just kidding, I kind of have to. But if you guys did like the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification to know when I post another video. And let me know in the comments if there's a state or a country that you'd like me to do next. Also, make sure to check out some of my socials, which you can find linked in the description. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. I really do appreciate your support. And until next time, peace.